My name is Squirrel. I have too many hobbies and I also have the flu, so we'll see how this goes. But today, thank you, co host Jackson. But today we are doing a year of finishing update, so I'm going to talk about everything I'm working on and my plans for the future and a little bit about what I've been reading so far. So, if that sounds good to you, grab coffee. I have a pistachio latte, and we'll get right into it. God, this coffee is saving my life right now, guys. Okay, co host Jackson is here. You can see his little ears. He's reminding me that this was the wrong deck. I love this deck. It is the Smoke, Ash, and Embers, but it is so hard to get out of the slipcover on a good day, and when I'm sick, all my joints hurt because I'm old. Okay. So we're all going to take a deep breath as we can without wheezing. Okay, and the card for today is fitting. It's very dark. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but it is the Nine of Swords reversed. The swords, as we know, are all about the mental issues in our lives. And the 9, honestly, a lot of people get really scared about the 9. I'm totally cheating and using the, whatchamacallits, the cheat sheets. So, yeah, they have the 9 as sleeplessness and isolation, which, like I said, is very appropriate because with this flu that I have been struggling with cough, very sleepless, and they have me on steroids, so my thoughts are going all over the place. It's very, very apropos for me. I hope if it relates to you, it's not as terrible as the flu. I'm going to have a hell of a time editing out all these coughings. Or wheezing. All the Pokemon that relate to being sick, I'm going to have to edit out. So let's try and move this along so I don't have to edit this too much so I can still be up on Wednesday. That's just really only reason that I'm filming is because I am bound and determined to have videos up every single week on Wednesday. This is my goal, even though I'm dying. So let's first talk about my lecture knitting. This is the knitting project that I take to and from school. And so it gets the most work because I'm able to work on it during lectures and downtime at school. So I'm not going to school today, which is why I'm here. But she has come along. Of course, every time I show this, it's so tangled. So I'm doing the fronts 2 at a time. I'm always in the middle of a row. But we have, like, actual decent, well, it wouldn't go up that high. This is the underarm. Like, decent fronts. So, this is the Neve cardigan. I'm working it in Treehouse Knits, Yak Silky base on, there's 4, oh no, US 3 needles. And I have managed, so this blue marker is where we were last time I talked about this project. And I have started my decreases for the neck and also bound off for the underneath of the arm and starting the decreases for the shoulder. I will say this pattern I was a little confused by the decrease rates, because you have two different, Jackson, please do not eat. You already ate one cable this year. Don't need you to eat another one. Okay. Keep the cables away from the cat. So there's two like decrease rates, and maybe it's just because I was starting to get sick, but I had to read the pattern like 5 times to figure it out. But I think I have figured it out now. And basically what's going to happen is the decreases for the neck are going to stop at a certain point, and then the decreases from the shoulders are going to kind of overtake it to make kind of a triangle pointy shape at some point. This yarn is really gorgeous. It reminds me of the forest floor. It's brown with grays and steels speckled into it. Very lovely. Oh, let me move the ceremonial moving of the marker. Jackson, don't eat the yarn either. Thank you. Alright, we moved the marker, so we'll be able to keep track for next time. So this is coming along really great. Really happy with it. After I'm done the fronts, I just have to do the sleeves, which I will again do 2 at a time. And then I'm going to wet block everything and pin it out before I seam it. That's the directions in the pattern. And then I'll do the button band, probably give it a good steam after that. So I'm very excited that we are getting really far on that. Fingering sweaters are always, they're my favorite to wear because I live in a pretty hot climate, but they take forever. Okay, so the next thing is my couch knitting. And I realized I've been crocheting wrong the entire time. So, oh dear. This yarn is going to bust out of this. Did I put a marker on this one? For where we were? I hope I did. Ah, yes I did. Okay, so last time we were here, this little blue marker. And I am starting to do oh, I'm sorry. This is my corner to corner stripe blanket. It was supposed to be the 100 fiber frights by Alt Knots, but through many things, that did not work. So I just took the yarn made stripey and kind of been winging it. And we are now officially where we are decreasing. So we have this corner that we've been decreasing at, and now we started decreasing at this corner. So we're getting smaller, which is great. But I've been doing this stitch wrong the entire freaking time, which I only discovered when I started watching videos on how to do a border. So, and I'm crocheting this in Lily Sugar and Cream on, let me find the hook. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. On a 5mm hook. Okay. So, let me see if I can explain this. If I was feeling better, I probably would be a good person, a good YouTuber, and do, like some other footage to show what I'm doing wrong, but, I think we'll be able to get the idea. So, I'm at the end of the pixel stitch right now. But this is also why, when I tried to do the color work chart, it didn't end up working out right. Okay, so we go in here, we do a slip stitch, we chain 2. So now we have to do half double crochets. So, put the yarn over, you put it through, you yarn over again. Now what you're supposed to do is pull through, and then yarn over again, and then pull through these. Not I. What I've been doing is yarn over, stick it through, pull through the hole, and then this first one, yarn over again, and pull through the other two. So I don't know what this stitch is called, because honestly I just think I'm doing this wrong. But I've been doing it wrong for this whole last blanket, so I'm at the point where I'd rather just finish the blanket, because it looks decent. It looks okay. So I'd rather just finish the blanket and then maybe do a half double crochet border, like a proper one. But yeah, I don't know. But if anyone who crochets more than me knows if this is called something, that would be great, because then I could update my notes. But yeah, it's been wrong the entire time, but here we are. This one has gotten less work done on it, because I have honestly, like, this flu's really been kicking my ass for like 2 weeks now. So I was sick like all last week and probably the week before it, and I just went to the doctor's because I had to call out of work, which I never do, and I didn't go to school today, which I never do, but I just really need to give my body time to rest. Okay, well, let me find, where's our marker? I'm sorry, I had a little blue marker on here. Show it was in the straight. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to probably be looking back at the footage of this. I'm going to be like, it's right there. Oh, here it is. Okay. So on the other side. Okay, so little blue marker where we were last time in this purple stripe. Oop. So now I'm going to move it up to this black stripe. Kind of in the middle here. Perfect. And so we'll see next time how much work I get done on this. Cool. Except for the fact that, like, I've been doing it wrong the entire time. So I don't know if it was just like me being sick or let me rearrange. Okay, I don't know if it was like me being sick and therefore slightly delusional or what, but there was an afternoon where I really just did not want to work on either of these projects or any of the other million whips that I have. And so I did the sane person thing. Should I have to? Oh no, I shouldn't. Okay. I did the sane person thing and I cast on a swatch. So this swatch is going to be for the Strantastic sweater by, thank God I have things written down. Okay, this swatch is going to be for the Strantastic cardigan by Sophie McCain of Unicorn Knitting, I think, on Ravelry. It is preemie to 4-year-old sizes, which is 33 to 58.5 centimeters, or 13 to 23 inch chest sizes. Why did I cast this on? Well, my sister is going to be having my first nibbling in the spring. And I've already knit the nibbling hat for when they get here. But since they're going to be doing spring, I don't really want to, like, it didn't make sense to knit a bunch of newborn, like, woolen stuff. And also, like, I don't think I can get baby stuff done in a month. And this also is because I've been wanting to learn how to steek. So, the pattern calls for you to do your gauge swatch in the round, which is what I'm doing. And I'm kind of just doing various little motifs. There's, like, different sizes. This is not how it's going to be laid out in the cardigan. I'm just trying, like, different motifs in different colors, kind of see what I like. And I'm using the Knit Picks palette that I have from the Persian Dreams blanket that I never did. So I know white wool is like not the best for babies, but whatever. So anyway, because I want to learn how to steek, this is going to take me a little while, and I can't start on it until I'm done Neve cardigan, because then this year I will have finished the contrast blast socks and the Neve cardigan. Then I can cast this on. So, but I just had that itch. So I cast on for, like I said, for the gauge swatch. And I'm probably going to do another motif in a different color. So right now I have like brown, this tomato color, like a purple. Maybe I'll try like a brighter color. Kind of just playing with it. And this kind of did cure the, like, oh, I need to cast on something new without actually casting on a new project. So I'll have to remember that in the future. Like, I really want to focus on finishing 2 things that are on the needles before I put something else on the needles. But if I'm getting that itch, like, it's good practice to just do a gauge swatch, because then I have the gauge swatch and I can really take my time to block it and everything. And I also think I'm going to try and steek this. So I did my little steeking stitches. So I think I might even go and like try and do the reinforcement like stitches and steek it and then block it out so I have a really nice blocked finished swatch. I can see how the yarn's going to behave. I have plenty of time before I start the actual project. And I haven't measured this at all yet, and I am on the recommended needles, which are size 3. So I've done 60 stitches in the round, size 3, bunch of different motifs from the pattern, because I want a really big chunky swatch, again, to practice the steek and also to really see the colors and everything, and because you have to do it in the round anyway. So this little thing, and will be my next cast on. Oh, and I'm also planning to make the size 12 month sweater, like the 1-year-old sweater, because then I figure if they're born in spring, yeah, sure, they'll be like around 6 months in the fall, but I want to make sure they have time to like grow into it and wear it like more than once or twice. And also because this is 100% wool and babies are like tend to be delicate, I want them to be able to wear stuff under it. So I'm just making it too big on purpose, and that's fine. Okay, so those are 2 projects that I have. Well, three projects really, but it's kind of what I'm working on. I do have another project. It's not here right now. I'm not taking it out because I feel like death. That I might be frogging. It's a treasure vest. It's like a very plain slip over. I'm not loving it. And honestly, I'm probably going to frog it into something else. But that'll be a different episode when I'm not dying. Ugh. You know, when I was just puttering around my house, it's like, yeah, I feel fine. I'll be able to film. Nope. That was foolhardy of me. And also just reaffirming that I really should not have gone to school today. I do have to study because I have 2 exams tomorrow that I have to go to, but today was not a go. Okay. So for my February goals, I would love to have a finished object. Probably the Neve cardigan. It'd be dope if I could finish this blanket because it's just very big, but that's fine. So I'd love to have at least one finished object. And you know what? If I have one finished object a month, has 12 finished objects this year. And that would be great. I know I'm calling this my year of finishing and I want to get everything done. But if I could get 12 things done this year, that would be so awesome. I'd be so happy. I do want to update all the Ravelry pages. I've started on that. And I've gone through and put some notes and stuff in. So that's good. For Touch 3 whips, I've already worked on 2. That kind of swatches a whip. Where I worked on 2. So I might dig out that sweater that needs an arm or something and might work on that. Yeah. Especially if I have more brain power. Okay, so for my running total for the year, I currently have 10 projects that are on the needles. I have 7 projects that I've planned, which means I have picked out pattern and yarn. I might not have the yarn or the pattern, but I've picked it out and I'm pretty set on it. I've thought about it a lot. So I have 7 of those. Why did I say 3? 10 projects on the needles. 7 needles that I'm planning. 1 that I've finished. And actually 3 that I've frogged. And I am planning to probably frog at least 1 more. So by June, honestly, because then I will have 4 things that I've frogged, I would like to have 5 things that I finished. So I have more finishes than frogs by June. I do have some acquisitions. I got the Findings to Make the Squirrel Progress Keepers. I have not touched them. They are in a box. And, yeah, we're just on the struggle bus today, so they're in a box. When I make the Squirrel Progress Keepers, I will show them eventually. I wasn't lying when I said I had too many hobbies. So for reading, I was doing really well in the first 3 weeks of the month, and then after that, the sickness was definitely melting my brain, and so I just stopped reading. But I have been reading this, Dreadful. I think I've talked about it before. Can't remember. I have the edition with the sprayed edges. It's so pretty. That actually kind of suckered me into it at Barnes & Nobles. I'm reading this for the title lesson 10 characters prompt. It was the book I was keeping at work, and I did convince 2 or 3 people at work to read it because I kept giggling at it. It's very predictable, but kind of in a fun way. They're having a couple twists in it. I do think it's the forgetfulness trope or the amnesia trope, but I do like how the main character Gav is kind of dealing with it and trying to make the distinction between himself as Gavrax, his prior self, and then his current self. So it's been a lot of fun. Shit's hitting the fan right now. Maybe if I have some energy, I will read a little bit more of it. The Dryad Storm by Laurie Forst. I have 6 hours. I'm reading that for Non-Human Antagonist. It's so long and dense. I have 6 hours left. It's a lot. There's a lot in that book. There's a lot in that series. Hopefully I'll finish it in February because I'm so close to being done, but it's good, but it's a lot. And then the next kind of books that I've picked out to read are House of Hunger by Alexis Harrison, The Explorer's Social Class, and A Bunt Instrument, because I will need something after Dryad Storm. I've also been watching a show called High Potential. It's on Hulu. It's a police procedural, but so unserious. Very much shit gets solved very quickly kind of situations. It does kind of remind me of Monk. The main character is a woman. She's very much the gifted child to burn out pipeline. She has kids, and she's trying to figure out why her husband like disappeared on her a million years ago. So I like it, but like you don't expect like anything serious from it. School's been kicking my ass. I was working out a lot, and then I got the flu, and now I'm dying. I did get to see the Nosferatu movie in theaters, which was amazing. And I really want to try and see more movies in theaters this year, because I always forget how much I enjoy that. The movie was great. It was gothic horror. Only thing that bothered me, because the costuming is beautiful. It's lovely. But there's this one dress. It's a brown dress and has these stripes that match in like chevrons. And in the front, they match beautifully. But then there's this one scene of her in this dress from the back, and they're like offset. And of course, I can't. This bothered no one else, so I can't find a picture of the offset chevrons. But it's like, man, like everything like was so perfect. And that one detail's like, damn it. And then she ends up like ripping the dress off of her, and I was like, rip that dress. So pretty. But yeah, the costuming is beautiful. It's my favorite part of the movie, probably. I also really liked all the use of shadow and light. Made it feel really cool. I don't know like why I forget that Nosferatu is based on Dracula. I always have to look it up, because I always watch it and I'm like, why does this feel like Dracula? It's like, because it is Dracula. It was just an unauthorized Dracula for German audiences. And apparently the Bram Stoker's widow like sued the original people who made Nosferatu, which is kind of funny. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna wrap it up there because again, I have the flu. I'm dying. Too many projects. Probably gonna take a nap and then study. So I hope you're feeling better than I am, because don't get this flu. It's terrible and it's been going around. Wear a mask, eat your veggies, take your vitamins, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Hopefully this is up on Wednesday. Bye.